So I got a request for Disney from a little Facebook post that I put out this morning about shoot me a stock and I'll put it on my channel. You subscribe to my channel, you're going to get the information you're looking for virtually for free. So what I'll do is I read the chart, and it don't take me long to do this because I've been doing it for a little while now. So reading the chart for me it doesn't take a long time. It's fairly quick. So right now, and what makes this a whole lot quicker is I'm looking at a weekly chart. So this is Walt Disney. Current price is what, 130 bucks. So right now there are no lines on this chart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some, and by me doing that you're going to see support, resistance, or supply and demand. I'm supply and demand. That's really all I use to find my trades. That's how I look for buying and selling opportunities. So as a long-term trade, Disney is obviously an excellent stock, an excellent company to invest in, especially once we get past this virus. So with that being said, here we are, March, when all the bad shit started. This is when all the bad stuff started. So this gap right here, it's almost just like the Dow Jones. If this gap gets filled, Disney can fall a long way without being so optimistic about it returning sooner than later. So maybe you don't want this gap to get filled. You want it to pull back before this gap and find another buying opportunity, because by it pulling back before the gap, the next time it reaches this point, it's gonna blow through and it's gonna go a long way. And from what this seems, it seems like this will be an all-time new high. Everything's gonna make new highs once everything returns back. And I'll show you what I mean about this gap with Disney and the Dow Jones. So pay close attention to this right here. This gap. Check me out now. Check it out. So I switch over to the Dow Jones. Moving a little slow. I got a lot of shit going on. So here's the gap on the Dow Jones, just like we saw on the Disney chart. So again, I kind of want this thing to pull back or correct before this closes, because that gives us things to look forward to as far as great financial success, or I don't know, new highs in the stock market. So if you're able to be patient and wait for these buying opportunities that I'm showing you here on the Dow Jones, those same buying opportunities are going to come here on Disney. So right now what I'm going to do is going to make this supply zone real quick. You know, and this zone really ain't worth much because it's already here as far as, you know, it's touched. You see what I'm saying? It has a touch. So this could be the zone that pushes the price of Disney down. Again, here's the gap that we don't really want to get filled, in my opinion, my professional opinion. So made the supply zone. sucker free zone on a weekly chart, right? So if I move down here, look around again, this is March. This is when all the bad stuff happened, and this is sort of kind of the recovery. So you see this gap here, this gap up, this gap is filled. So 9 times out of 10, whatever support that's going to be here, it might not be much. It's going to look for this support or even this support. So make a couple more lines here. We're going to change the color though to green, because green means buy. So again, this might not be much support here. We don't know, but there'll be some buying. Don't get me wrong. Let's just say, I don't know how long this takes, but let's say there's a vaccine and then boom, we get a vaccine, all this shit gonna be good. You feel what I'm saying? But we don't know exactly when that's gonna happen. So, rule of thumb is, since it's up here in a supply zone or a sucker free zone, I'm gonna make this zone, but just remember, I don't think this is worth much. I would put it also here, so we're gonna make another one. And again, this is a weekly chart. We're gonna refine this a little bit and go down. All right. So again, I'm making demand zones or buying zones. Now, typically, I only do 3, so that's all I'm gonna do. Even though I don't think this one's any good, but it doesn't matter much, because if I don't think it's any good, I don't have to do anything there. It's just a spot for me to look out for. So I'll do my next one here. So keep in mind, if this one doesn't work, it will definitely come here. And then we'll revisit this from time to time, because it's going to be on the channel. So if I were looking to buy this stock right now, I would not. Move down to a daily chart. So each one of these candles represents a day. Before I was on a weekly chart, so each candle represents 1 week. You still see the same gap here on a daily chart. You kind of see the supply zone or sucker free zone a little bit different as far as that first little touch right there. Here's those 3 demand zones. So we get back here, we sit here and we refine